Hey, it's Rebecca Simon Peter with 5 Minute Leadership. Thanks for joining me today. And today we've got a really important topic: 4 biblical approaches for dealing with sexism. Sexism is everywhere, just like racism and all the other isms. It's not dead yet, it's not gone yet. Decades after consciousness has been raised and women have raised their voices and women got the right to vote, we are still dealing with sexism. So that's why it's really important today, especially for you leaders, to talk about 4 ways to deal with sexism. And you don't need to be female to really benefit from this topic. Okay. So, number one, you are wonderfully and beautifully made. You are. You absolutely are. So, what I'm saying here is it's not about you. May feel like it, may feel like it, even if they say it's about you, it's not about you. This is their thing. This is their thing. So, don't take it on. That's the first thing to know as a leader. Do not take on the negativity, the invisibility, the, the vulnerability that comes with sexism. It's not about you. Number two, this may surprise you, it's not about them. It's not about them either. Sexism is in the air we breathe. And I think about the biblical phrase: hearing they do not hear, seeing they do not see. They're the blind leading the blind. And there's so much sexism that's just in the air that they're not even conscious. And that's what I mean when I say it's not about them. Number three, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. I always think about justice is mine, saith the Lord. So here's what happens: if you take it personally, you may not be able to take action because you may get stuck in victim mode or you may get stuck in victimizer mode. Neither one is beneficial. Neither one is going to help you get where you really need to go, which is free, and also for the consciousness to be raised around you so that sexism no longer pervades the way that it used to. So it's really important. It's not about you. It's not about them, not really. And don't take it personally. And then the fourth thing, the fourth biblical approach for dealing with sexism is do not, hear me on this, do not apologize for who you be. Do not apologize for your gender. Do not apologize for your sex. I think of this: the Lord is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I be afraid? So here's what I want to tell you: be bold, be unabashed, be confident, be strong, above all, be yourself. You don't have to apologize for anything, not anything. God has called you, that's enough. And throughout biblical history, God calls women. And there's always stuff going on around that. They didn't apologize. You don't have to apologize either. Be bold, be unabashed, be confident, be strong, be yourself, be trusting, and don't apologize for anything. All right, so we got some questions for you in the chat, and talk to us. What's happening in your world, in your leadership position around sexism? Now, by the way, none of these 4 biblical approaches is saying don't do anything. No, 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 I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying about how to react within yourself and what to keep in mind. So it's not about you, it's not about them, it's bigger than you and it's bigger than they are. Don't take it personally and don't apologize for who you are. When you get to the space where you can employ those 4 biblical approaches to sexism, then you've got some real power to do things. I was at a meeting where people get called on. It wasn't a church meeting, it was a different kind of meeting. This must have been a month ago. And I sat there and I got steamed because the guy who was leading the meeting was a guy and he called on all the men. I saw the women had hands up. There were plenty of women. He did not call on them. And I thought, I am going to put my hand in the air and I'm going to keep my hand in the air until it gets raised. Let me tell you, it took something to not take it personally. But I did what I could do, which was insist on being seen and insist on being recognized. If I'd just taken it personally and I would have had an approach that wasn't going to be helpful and I probably would have just left. But I thought about it. But I thought instead of leading, I'm going to stick around and insist on being seen. That's my approach. You may have a different approach, and there's no wrong way. But thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share with you the 4 biblical approaches for dealing with sexism. I want to encourage you to check out my website, RebeccaSimonPeter.com. You'll find more to support and to serve you there for leaders of every kind. And also check out this week's blog about should gender matter in Christianity. You can find that on my social media platforms, and be sure to like and share this. All right, take care.